What is going on with this Long Island housewife? This is a fun story out of Long Island, New York, and it concerns our favorite things, Long Island and real estate and mental illness, our third favorite thing.
Can you bring that up, Paul? This there's havoc in the Long Island realtor community.
I mean, if you think Kiev is bad,
this woman's really causing issues here.
this is a Long Island woman who is going to open houses in Long Island and refusing to leave and threatening the other buyers. And do I understand that correctly?
Yeah, because it's a taboo. If you're at an open house, you don't sit on the people's furniture.
You're not supposed to sit on the people's furniture, and you're not really supposed to talk.
Oh, really?
You're not supposed to make pronouncements loudly. You're supposed to have quiet conversations, and then, it's good. It's good form to go and chat outside. If you bring your realtor to the open house,
Okay.
You go outside and you have a chat. You don't walk through and go, this kitchen, ugh. Agents sometimes have to pay the bouncer at showings. You never know who's going to show up when homes are open to the public, so the professionals have to keep cool and take action. This is funny. There was a line for this showing, a 5-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom in 3 Village, Long Island. I think we had like 32 sets of buyers, each with an agent, easily 100 people. It was in a very desirable neighborhood, a great school district, and the house had lots of potential. This was before COVID, so we didn't have restrictions on how many people could go in at one time. I had my associate Joe working inside the house, trying to keep the flow going. I was outside, meeting and greeting, and trying to keep up with everything peppy. Trying to keep everything peppy so nobody's annoyed that they have to wait. Then Joe came out and pulled me aside and said, "We've got a problem. There's a woman inside who is refusing to leave. She has parked herself on the couch and is telling people that this is her house." I went inside to find out what's going on. I can hear somebody with a raised voice downstairs where the main living area is. I go down and here's this woman just sprawling there. One arm up on the back
On the back of the
on
couch.
the back of the couch. She was wearing like a muumuu. She reminded me of my mother. People were asking her, "Are you the owner?" And she was saying, "No, but I'm gonna be." I like it. I catch her answering a question about a feature of the house. It was a teenage girl who was asking, "Is this the only bathroom on this floor?" I hear this woman say, "Yes, it is, sweetheart. And it's not enough for you. You're a teenager. You need more bathrooms. You should look somewhere else." I walked up and I said, "Hi, are you okay?" She said, "Why would you ask me that?" I explained that I work for the seller. Normally people don't sit on the owner's furniture during an open house. It's like using the bathroom. You just don't do it. And she says, quote, "All these people are wasting their time." And then she yells, "Because I will outbid you." I said, "My job is to make sure everyone has an opportunity to see the house, and I think you might be making some people feel uncomfortable." She says, "No, I'm not." And then this guy who was also there for the open house goes, "The hell you're not. Why don't you stop flapping your mouth?" Long Island. Joe, my associate, stuck his head in the door, and I told him not to let anyone else in. I had to look. I had to stop the... Can we make this bigger? Is there any way we can make it a little bigger?
Could you zoom in, Paul?
Thank you. I'm like taking an eye test here to try to read. No one on Gas Digital reads anything. So no one's ever had to bring up anything to read. The funny thing is she never put in an offer. Of course she didn't. She was nuts. I like that. I like the idea of a woman sitting on a couch threatening people and scaring them. And then because the thing about open houses, you can't really stop people from going in and causing a real problem. And that there's something still very democratic about that idea that anybody could walk into any house that's being sold and start an issue. And there's not much you can do about it at this point, you know? So I'm all for that. I'm all for open house problems. Because realtors their entire job is to be fake nice. That's their entire job. The most difficult thing about a realtor's job is being fake nice all the time to everyone. And realtors notoriously hate when they have to deviate from that psychopathic personality trait that they've developed, where they just remain fake nice throughout all of their daily interactions. And then when they go home, they become, Mr. Hyde again. And then the next day it's Dr. Jekyll. Hello, natural light, indoor, outdoor, bedrooms, bathrooms. Isn't it nice? And realtors have to have their job is made up only of small talk. You'll never look at a realtor and go, I have cancer. Everything every interaction you have with a realtor is small talk and fake nice small talk. So what happens to these people is when something interrupts that fake world of pleasantries and niceties and meaningless, inane bullshit, it is the gravest offense to them. Like when anybody comes in from outside to start a problem and they realize, you're like, I have to now like show real, because this is upsetting me and I'm angry and I want this to stop. But I'm also this person, this creation that just wants to talk about nonsense with these idiots. And someone's on a couch yelling and I have to be stern and angry and get her out of here. And they're just like, fuck. What do? I have to be a human being. And they're like, but my entire job is to not be a person, is to be a creation. A realtor is like, when they're good at it, they're a prostitute, kind of, it's like you're getting the girlfriend experience. You're getting someone you believe cares about you and what you do and your life and family. The yard, they'll run, these kids in that yard. But really what they want to do is just make enough money to bail their son out of jail. But they can't tell you that because, like anything else, all of these relationships exist out of necessity. They are things that need to happen, and they just should be nice while they happen. So I'm all for like fat women sitting on couches screaming, because there's nothing better than seeing a nice person, fake nice. Nothing better than seeing like a fake nice person have to, like, you can see them almost, they almost have like a seizure. They're like, what are you doing? Like they're like losing. They're like, it's like at the end of Cinderella where they, the carriage becomes the pumpkin. Like they're reverting back to their form and they're like, oh, what are you? People don't usually sit on the furniture. People don't usually get it. And then you see them and they just start melting and, and again, realtors for the most part are not terribly bright. So they're not really good at problem solving. They're not the really high-end ones. The one I'm using now is phenomenal and she's like a legend. But the vast majority of realtors are incredibly stupid people who are very bad at problem solving, much like agents. The vast majority of agents and managers are incredibly stupid and incredibly bad at their jobs. These are jobs that you can be very bad at because the vast majority of people at the job are also bad. And it's actually an agreed upon thing that we're all going to be bad at this. We're going to be bad at it together. And that's why everybody can be bad at it, because there's almost an unspoken rule, unwritten rule, that bad is good and slightly above bad is great. So if you're a manager in the entertainment business and you're not an abject failure, you're the best it's ever been. You're great. And they will write books about you and make movies about you because the vast majority of people in it are so incapable of performing the menial day-to-day tasks of a job that to be even slightly better than that is to win the day, like an agent. To be slightly better than the general bad is to be great. And that's kind of like realtors. If you are just slightly better than the vast majority of like part-time, divorced housewife, people that are, trying to make a quick buck, that have no idea what they're talking about, if you're even slightly better than that, you're in.